Welcome to the Michigan Golfer Show with your host, Bill Shelton. Join us each week as we explore the people, the places, and the events that shape our great game.
This is Jack Berry with the Michigan Golfer on television, and today we're at the Country Club of Jackson with Jackson's #1 golfer of all time, Dave Hill. Dave, it's good to see you again, and glad that you're still playing so well. Had a little 68, just about matched your age a few days ago.
Well,
and he's 67. He's not 69. Now we'll get that right.
It's a pleasure to be here, Jack. Thank you.
We're going to talk about Ryder Cup today. Dave is unbeaten in singles. He played in 3 Ryder Cups, all of them overseas, where it's a little bit tougher to win for the Americans. He played 1969 at Royal Birkdale, 73 at the Muirfield, 77 at Royal Lytham in St. Anne's. Had a 6-3 overall record. He won 13 times on the PGA Tour, including the Buick Open back in 1969. Top 60 money winners for 17 straight years on the tour. Won 6 times on the PGA Senior Tour. And he's went into the Michigan Golf Hall of Fame in 1993. So it's a fabulous record. And this guy was one of the most fun guys to watch in the time that I covered golf at the Free Press and the News, was watching Dave Hill, and nobody worked harder at it. Vijay Singh was an acolyte compared to David on the practice team. Well, the second time that you played was 4 years later over there at Muirfield, and you only got to play one time. What was it? You said something about you had been in Japan.
I finished second in Japan, and I could have won the tournament by using the rule book, but I refused to do it. And then I flew 36 straight hours to get there, and I had horrendous pains right under my diaphragm, and I didn't know what was wrong. And the doctor said I had jet lag. Well, it was real hard to breathe. I couldn't swing golf club for sure, so they put me on Librium. So I become basically a co-captain with Jackie Burke, which, was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Who did you almost lose to, or you did lose to in Japan? What was that?
Well, I can't even think of the Japanese names
Okay.
by me, but I was playing with 2 little Japanese fellas, and we're in the last group, and I was like 2 shots behind teeing off, and I had an interpreter with me, and we get around there, and I get to where I'm like 1 shot, but in the meantime, one of the little guys, he's dropped out of contention. But all the way around the golf course, they're clubbing one another.
Okay.
And then it got to the point to where the one that was out would walk over and step behind the ball of the other fella, and they had him on camera. And my interpreter's saying, they can't do that. I said, I know they can't do that. And so when we get in the clubhouse, my interpreter went to the head of their golf association, who was a very nice elderly gentleman. And he called them 2 fellas into the room with the interpreter, and then they replayed the 16th, 17th, and 18th holes back on TV and showed them. And then they come to me and asked me what I wanted to do. And I said, if I can't beat a person with my golf clubs, I'm not going to beat them with the rule book. I'll take right where I'm at second. I said, just tell them if they come to America, they won't last a week.
Did they ever come over?
One of them did. He played pretty good in the Masters about 4 years later.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
But, they had to go through a learning process.
Sure, yeah.
That the rule book does count.
So then your third time in the Ryder Cup was at Royal Lytham.
Right, and I was not playing well then.
What you mean, going into the?
Right, I was not swinging the golf club very well.
But you played pretty good there.
Well, I played with Dave Stockton one day, and we get beat. I don't know, we probably got beat 2-up, and it was strictly because I was of no help.
Yeah. But I thought that you played with Stockton and you won a match. You beat Jacqueline and Amy Darcy, 5-3.
How many matches did I play?
Well, you played. Then you won singles 5 and 4 over Tony
Right,
Horton.
over Horton.
Yeah.
Did Stockton and I win? I thought Stockton and I got drilled.
No.
No, I played. That was at really the start of when I started to play poorly and I quit.
Yeah.
Right after
Finsterwald was the captain,
Captain.
and
Wonderful captain.
US won 12.5 to 7.5, and as I say,
Well, it was over before.
You won your the two matches you were involved in.
Geez, I thought we lost. I thought Dave Stockton and I lost because I know I drove it pathetic.
No, the book says that you won 5 and 3.
Well, surprise. I was trying to think the other night in a sing. I think I won 4 singles, didn't I?
You won all of your singles matches.
Was
You
it
won
4 of them.
3 of them because you won
3.
2 the
That's
first
right.
time.
Right.
Second time when you weren't feeling well, you
Right.
didn't
That's right, I
play
didn't.
singles.
That's right.
And then the third time you won your singles match then. But you delighted playing singles in that, didn't
Well,
you?
it was sort of takes you back to when we were kids around here
Yeah.
playing in all our tournaments that Jackson had, with all match play.
Yeah.
And then later on there was some medal tournaments when you got better.
Yeah.
When you got to where you were about a 1 handicap or better. Then you played.
Yeah.
But you always had a lot of match play, and there's a big difference between match play and medal play.
What do you think of the way the Ryder Cup has grown from the 3 that you played in all overseas to what it is now at Oakland Hills? It's become. I mean, it seems like it's bigger than the Super Bowl and the Ryder or the Masters and everything else you can think
Well,
of.
Jack, over there it was always a big deal. Over here it wasn't. I mean, over there they'd have, I don't know. I mean, it was wall-to-wall people.
Yeah.
And they're cheering for their people.
Right.
They weren't rude,
Right.
but if you missed a 3-foot putt, they clap.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's like at a football game. It didn't bother you.
Yeah.
But the way some of our people have acted over here the last couple of years, is sort of out of the unacceptable.
Yeah.
You're there to watch golf.
Right.
If the guy misses a 3-4 foot putt and you clap, that's fine because that's what they do to you over there. But you don't harass the player before he
Right.
gets a chance to
you don't
swing
get
the
on
golf club.
Colin Montgomery.
Right. No.
Right.
No, you just let the men play.
Yeah. What do you think of the size of it now? How much it's?
Well, I'm glad Americans finally got to thinking it was a great deal like the British did.
Yeah.
The thing I don't like about it is letting the captain pick 2 players. I think that adds politics to it.
You think it should be the top 12?
I think it should be because those kids work hard to be on the Ryder Cup. And for you to be the 11th man and maybe by a point you went 10.
Yeah.
It's like what happened to me. I think it was when Lou Graham beat John Mahaffey.
Right.
I was the 12th player. And the only way I could be booted was for Lou Graham to win the U.S. Open.
Which
and
he
when
did.
John Mahaffey
Yeah,
three-putted to let him in,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
could have killed the little guy. I mean, that was really disappointing for me
Yeah. Yeah.
because I was delighted just to be a member of the team.
Yeah. He won the playoff over at Medina, wasn't it? And Lou Graham
Yes.
wore his same little light blue shirt every day, his lucky blue shirt.
Lou had it in that left rough at 18 and made 4.
And you'll never forgive him for it.
Right. No, that was probably that was a big letdown for me that year.